Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18. Conclusion. The perfection of renunciation. Before we start, we do small kirtan today because this is the last chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Ramo Ramo Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Ramo Ramo Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ramo Ramo Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ramo Ramo Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath Swami, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath Swami, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath Swami, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Nitai Gaurachandra, Jai Jai 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 Nitai Gaurachandra. Gaura, 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 Hari Hari Bol. Gaura, 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 Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Today we are entering the final and most glorious chapter of Bhagavad Gita. This chapter contains 78 verses and beautifully summarizes the entire Bhagavad Gita. Prayer. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamine Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ISKCON founder Acharya Bhakti Vedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Kodi Vaishnava Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Let us now go through the complete flow of this wonderful chapter together. What is the connection between chapter 17 and chapter 18? If we carefully observe, Bhagavad Gita is practically complete by the end of the chapter 17. But Krishna is so merciful that in chapter 18, he summarizes everything he has taught from the beginning. It is like a loving teacher revising the entire course before the final examination. So let us begin. Verses 1 to 12. Freedom from bondage through renunciation. The chapter begins with a question from Arjuna. Arjuna asks Krishna, what is the difference between sannyasa and tyaga? Krishna begins answering this question from verse 2 onwards. He explains sannyasa, giving up activities motivated by selfish material desires. Motivated by selfish material desires. Tyaga, giving up attachment to the result of one's activities. I can repeat again. Tyaga, giving up attachment to the result of one's activities. After discussing various opinions, Krishna gives his final conclusion. Renunciation in three modes. Ignorance, verse 7. When someone gives up prescribed duties due to illusion or ignorance, this is renunciation in the mode of ignorance. Passion, verse 8. When someone gives up duty because it is troublesome or causes discomfort, this is renunciation in the mode of passion. Goodness, verse 9. When someone performs prescribed duties simply because they should be done and gives up attachment to results, this is renunciation in the mode of goodness. Verse 10 to 12. The true renunciant, the wise person, neither hates unpleasant work nor becomes attached to pleasant work. Such a person remains steady and free from doubt. This is true renunciation. Verses 13 to 17, the 5 causes of action. Krishna now explains a very important philosophical principle. Every action has 5 causes: the body, the individual soul, the senses, various endeavors, the Supreme Lord. Because of these 5 factors, no one can claim complete credit for any action. This destroys false ego and develops humility. Verses 18 to 40, the 3 modes control human activities. Krishna now analyzes different aspects of life according to 3 modes of nature. Knowledge in 3 modes, verses 20 to 22. Goodness, seeing one's spiritual nature present in all living beings. Passion, seeing diversity alone and becoming attached to bodily differences. Ignorance, accepting a tiny fragment as the whole truth. Action in 3 modes, verses 23 to 25. Goodness, performed according to scripture without attachment and without desire for rewards. Passion, performed with great effort for personal gain. Ignorance, performed blindly without considering consequences. The worker in 3 modes, verses 26 to 28. Goodness, work enthusiastically, steadily and without false ego. Passion, attached to result and affected by happiness and distress. Ignorance, lazy, stubborn, mislead and careless. Intelligence in 3 modes, verses 29 to 32. Goodness, understands clearly what should and should not be done. Passion, cannot properly distinguish right from wrong. Ignorance, accept wrong as right and right as wrong. Determination in the 3 modes, verses 33 to 35. Goodness, steady determination based on spiritual practice. Passion, determination focused on achieving material rewards. Ignorance, determination based on fear, laziness and illusion. Happiness in 3 modes, verses 36 to 40. Goodness, like poison in the beginning but nectar in the end. Examples: early morning chanting, following regulative principles, spiritual discipline, initially difficult, later blissful. Passion, like a nectar in the beginning but poison in the end. Temporary enjoyment followed by suffering. Ignorance from beginning to end brings neither benefit nor enlightenment. So, verses 41 to 48, perfection through prescribed duties. Krishna explains the qualities and responsibilities of the 4 varnas. Brahmana qualities: peacefulness, self-control, purity, knowledge, wisdom, faith. Kshatriya qualities: heroism, courage, leadership, determination, generosity. Vaishya duties, agriculture, cow protection, trade. Shudra duties, service and assistance. Krishna emphasizes an important lesson. Better to perform one's own duty imperfectly than another's duty perfectly. By offering one's work to Krishna, perfection can gradually be achieved. Verses 49 to 55, the Brahman platform and pure devotion. Krishna now reveals confidential knowledge, the process of self-realization. One becomes detached, self-controlled, humble, free from lust and anger through spiritual practice. The famous verse 18.54, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. A person situated on the Brahman platform does not lament, does not hanker, sees all living beings equally, then such a person becomes qualified for pure devotional service. From Brahman to Bhakti, Krishna makes a wonderful point. The Brahman stage is not the final destination. The final destination is Bhakti. Through Bhakti, one truly understands Krishna and enters his eternal abode. Verses 56 to 66, the most confidential knowledge. Now, Krishna reaches the climax of Bhagavad Gita. Work in Krishna consciousness. Krishna instructs Arjuna, depend on me. Work under my protection. Always remember me. If one acts in Krishna consciousness, Krishna personally removes obstacles from one's path. The super soul. Verses 61 to 63. Krishna explains that he is seated in everyone's heart as Paramatma. He guides all living beings from within. Therefore, one should surrender unto him. The most confidential instruction, verse 18.65. Manmana bhava mad bhakto. Krishna repeats his instruction from chapter 9. Think of me, become my devotee, worship me, offer obeisances to me. Krishna personally promises, you will come to me. The essence of Bhagavad Gita, verse 18.66. Sarva dharman parityajna mam ekam sharanam vraja. Abandon all varieties of religion and simply surrender unto me. Krishna assures, I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Ma suchaha. Do not fear, do not worry. This is the final message of Bhagavad Gita. Verses 67 to 78, the glories of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna glorifies those who teach Bhagavad Gita. He says, there is no servant more dear to me than one who shares this knowledge with others. Such a devotee becomes extremely dear to Krishna. Arjuna's realization. Arjuna finally declares, Nashto moha smritir labdha. My illusion is gone. My doubts are destroyed. Then he says, Karishya vachanam tava. I shall act according to your instructions. This is the perfection of hearing Bhagavad Gita. Sanjaya's ecstasy. Sanjaya becomes overwhelmed with joy. He remembers the divine conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. Finally, he concludes with the famous last verse. Wherever there is Krishna, the Supreme Lord, and wherever there is Arjuna, the devotee, there will always be victory, prosperity, strength, morality, the essence of chapter 18. Krishna has summarized the entire Bhagavad Gita in this chapter. He taught renunciation, action, knowledge, the modes of nature, varnashrama, Brahman realization, Paramatma realization, pure devotional service, complete surrender, and finally gave the supreme instruction, simply surrender unto me. Final reflection. By the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, Guru and Gauranga, we have now completed all 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. Whenever we wish to revise we can revisit this chapter, summarize, and remember Krishna's teachings. Most importantly, let us apply Bhagavad Gita in our daily lives by chanting Hare Krishna, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, associating with devotees, rendering devotional service, following the instructions of Guru and Krishna. Then surely our life will become successful. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga.